Hello, tech enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're about to embark on a journey into the world of two-in-one laptops, where versatility meets performance. In this video, we'll unveil the best two-in-one laptops you can get your hands on in 2024, if you're ready to embrace the future of flexibility. Let's dive right in. Number 5. Microsoft Surface Go 3. The Microsoft Surface Go 3 is the best inexpensive two-in-one notebook that we have evaluated. It is essentially a Surface Pro that has been reduced in size for use in lighter tasks like web browsing, emailing, and media viewing. Because it is only 10.5 inches in size, it is quite portable. Its IPS display is pen input compatible, looks sharp, and becomes bright enough to use in most environments. There's a superb 1080p webcam above the display along with an IR camera enabling facial recognition for speedy logins. Similar to other Microsoft two-in-one tablets, you will need to buy the keyboard and pen as separate accessories. Because Windows isn't particularly touch-friendly and because the keyboard helps shield the screen from scratches, it's worth having. The Surface Go 3 is available with an Intel Core i3 or Pentium Gold CPU. Both work well for basic activities like sending emails, watching videos, and browsing the web, but don't expect to perform anything particularly demanding. We advise purchasing a device with 8 GB of RAM if your budget permits, as multitasking will run much more smoothly. Including the cost of the keyboard, you should budget just over $600 for the 8 GB model, which costs about $550 USD. About 7 hours of light use is the battery life, which is not awful for a 10-inch tablet, but short compared to clamshell laptops. There isn't much choice when it comes to ports. There's only one USB-C, one headphone jack, and one exclusive Surface Connect charging port. The 10.5-inch Windows tablet, known as the Microsoft Surface Go 3, features a detachable keyboard and a kickstand. With a robust magnesium frame, it feels as well built as its predecessor, the Microsoft Surface Go 2, 2020, and it looks almost exactly the same. The display is sharp and bright enough to use in most situations, but because of its small size, multitasking is difficult, and unless you set the brightness to maximum, the backlight flickers, which could strain some people's eyes. The tight cover keyboard is an add-on that costs extra, just like the Surface Go 2, but it offers a decent typing experience and a well-tracked touchpad. It is not recommended for heavy activities like gaming or video editing because its Intel CPU and integrated graphics are only capable of handling basic tasks like web browsing and movie playback. Number 4. Lenovo Yoga Book 9i. At last, a laptop with 2 screens done correctly. Even if the Lenovo Yoga Book 9i is a touch pricey for most people, if you're a multitasker whose everyday job requirements can't be met by a single laptop screen, it's a worthwhile purchase. This laptop is worth looking at if you're considering purchasing a portable monitor for spreading out, especially since Lenovo implemented its dual display design so elegantly and smoothly that it goes above and beyond being a two-in-one laptop. It comes with several settings. It's also a powerful laptop. When tested, it handled both our normal productivity demands and our photo editing workloads, importing 42,000 kilobytes raw files from a USB SD card in less than 3 minutes and exporting those same photographs in 3 minutes and 52 seconds as JPEG. Even more amazing is that with its benchmark result of almost 9 hours of battery life, it may be able to outlast your internal battery. If you play your cards well, you can make that 14 hours. The Lenovo Yoga Book 9i's dual display design was executed with a particular dexterity. Whether you're using Lightroom for batch editing of high-resolution photographs or just regular productivity tasks, the laptop is really elegant and competent. Its panels are also really beautiful, and if interacting with a virtual keyboard and trackpad is a bit too futuristic for your liking, the extras provide a superb substitute. But watch out for that hefty price tag and remember to pack port adapters. With this i7 CPU, 16 GB RAM, and stunning, reasonably bright monitors, it's also a capable piece of equipment, perhaps not for editing, rendering, and exporting lengthy 4K videos on a daily basis because of the lengthy wait periods, but definitely for processing your high-resolution photos in Lightroom and Photoshop. However, as it might get heated under strain, I advise placing it on the stand that comes with it. It's rather clear what the cost and availability of the Lenovo Yoga Book 9i are. There's only one configuration available, which is the one I tried here, so if you do decide this laptop is right for you, buying it will be easier even if you don't have the choice to obtain a less expensive version if you want a more affordable model or don't require 16 GB of RAM. You may update it, though, to obtain twice as much storage. Number 3. Acer Chromebook Spin 514. Immerse yourself in the Acer Chromebook Spin 514, a wonderful touchscreen notebook. Even though the Chrome browser will still be your primary tool for work, this gadget offers even more power without breaking the bank. It runs through most browser-based workloads without any problems, managing roughly 20 tabs and websites with different graphical and processing needs while keeping things quiet and cool. During testing, it kept up with much more expensive Chromebooks. Although the battery only lasted us 8 hours and 20 minutes during our battery test, not as long as many low-cost Chromebooks, that is still a full workday when you consider it. Another stunning feature is the 14-inch 1080 Corning Gorilla Glass display, which is perfect if all you want to do is use it for mobile gaming or Netflix streaming all day. It does not come with the USI stylus, although it does support it. However, since this device's touch capability is so user-friendly, you don't need to purchase one. The Acer Chromebook Spin 514 is a very capable Chromebook that performs on par with more expensive versions while remaining reasonably priced because to its minimalist design. It may not have many extras, but the ones that it does have are mostly well executed. This is the best value option available. While some high-end Chromebooks are packaged in opulent fashion, the Acer Chromebook Spin 514 prioritizes the features that practical customers find most important. Because of this, with its standard laptop form and sparkly silver finish, it's not the most elegant alternative available. Number 2. ASUS ZenBook 14 Flip OLED. The ASUS ZenBook 14 Flip OLED is the greatest 2-in-1 laptop we've reviewed. This stylish ultra-portable is lightweight and exceptionally well made. It is also quite portable. It features a spacious touchpad with an integrated virtual numpad, a comfortable keyboard, and an exquisite 90Hz OLED display. It has an MPP, Microsoft Pen Protocol, 2.0 stylus and pen input capabilities, but there isn't a place to dock or attach the pen for portability. There are 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports among the many connectors you get, and an IR camera with facial recognition is included for fast logins. Its Intel 13th Gen CPU can easily handle workloads as demanding as photo editing and programming, in addition to normal productivity tasks. Depending on how much you use, the 8 hours of light use on the battery can mean that you need to quickly charge it to get through the day. Get the Microsoft Surface Pro 8 if you'd rather have a tablet PC with detachable keyboard. It features a great 1080p webcam for video calls and an IR facial recognition camera above its sharp 120Hz IPS display. Similar to the ASUS, it requires separate purchase for pen input, and the keyboard is likewise supported. Investing in a keyboard is worthwhile because it shields the screen from damage and is comfortable to text on. Only 2 USB-C/Thunderbolt 4s, the proprietary charging connector, and headphone jack are included in the limited port choices. The Surface Pro 9 was recently released by Microsoft, as you may already be aware. With speedier Intel 12th Gen processors, it is effectively the same device. Although the Surface Pro 9 is more generally accessible, the Surface Pro 8 is an older model that is frequently on sale, so if you don't need the performance boost, you can save a significant amount of money. The ASUS ZenBook 14 Flip OLED is a premium 2-in-1 convertible notebook running Windows. It takes the place of the 2022 ASUS ZenBook 14 Flip OLED, model up 5401. Up to 16 GB of RAM, up to 1 TB of storage, and Intel 13th Gen CPUs are available with this new UP 3404 model. It features a 1080p webcam, an IR facial recognition camera, a 2.8 90Hz OLED display, and Wi-Fi 6E. A stylus is included in the package, and pen input is supported by the display. Number 1. Dell XPS 13 2-in-1. You may be disappointed to find that your cherished laptop has been replaced with a tablet that has a detachable folio that holds its keyboard and trackpad if you're upgrading from your old XPS 2-in-1. This switch from one of the greatest laptop designs ever made to a detachable form factor that isn't the most adaptable or convenient to use doesn't impress us. Nevertheless, this change in form factor has produced one of the thinnest and lightest laptops ever. The new Dell XPS 13 2-in-1 2022 is more lighter, slimmer, and more compact than its predecessor, making it a great choice for commuters and travelers. We even brought it to Greece with us, and we never felt better about taking a laptop on a trip, especially because it can do a lot of work. It even saw past our minimal requirements for photo editing. The excellent 2880x1920 touchscreen and the excellent 1080p resolution of its webcam also made a big difference during our team meetings. It's a little disappointing that it doesn't cost any less than its predecessor, especially since it replaced a high-end chassis with a tablet and a keyboard folio. There are just 2 ports available to you. You don't need to search any farther for the finest 2-in-1 laptop for travel, though. With its completely new design, the Dell XPS 13 2-in-1 2022 is no longer a standard 2-in-1 laptop. Instead, it is a detachable notebook. Although this isn't exactly a welcome shift, it's still worthwhile to give it a shot, particularly if you work remotely or are a digital nomad. Instead, Dell has raised us a Windows 11-powered Lenovo Chromebook Duet with the sleek convertible form factor that we all adored about the Dell XPS 13 2-in-1. You know, the one that gave us the stunning opulent shell and the 4 modes in one design. By that, I mean that instead of a real laptop, you'll be receiving a tablet with Folio connected. I want to make sure that the Folio's mount section, which allows you to select the ideal screen angle, gets acknowledged because there's a helpful feature with multiple adjustment levels. Like earlier iterations, this keyboard continues to be incredibly pleasurable and cozy to text on. In addition, the trackpad feels good to the touch and is incredibly accurate and sensitive. Guys, there concludes our top 5 best 2-in-1 laptops in 2024 list. All product links are in the description, which is updated with the lowest prices. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.